This is Tech Gears. My name is Levi, and today I wanted to do a test between IBIS and I guess what we're getting with active stabilization or gyro data with the Catalyst browser in Sony. So if you guys follow the channel, I've actually traded in. I was able to upgrade to this lens. This is a non-stabilized lens, both of these are. And right now I'm using IBIS that everyone's talking about. Like you gotta have IBIS. Honestly, I don't think it's that good. Now this is a 16-35 GM lens, so it's kind of nice to have that 2.8 where I'm still able to record at night, and I think it looks pretty good here. Just to make things more interesting, I'm gonna be going between this lens and the 21.8, and then with the gyro data and without. But I'm gonna do that talking about a hot take, and that LeBron James is not only not in the debate for the GOAT as far as Michael Jordan, the best player of all time, but he's actually not even in the top 5 in the NBA All Greats. Let's see what you guys think. We'll jump right into it. All right, for this, I am actually using Catalyst Browse at 16 millimeters. What you first saw when we started was with IBIS. So you guys let me know what you think is better. But the first take, number 1 is Jordan. Come on, guys. Even if you think LeBron is number 1, and maybe there's a debate there, no one will argue that Jordan's the best player of all time. Being from Chicago, obviously I have a little bit more biasness, but number 1 is Jordan. All right, so now we're shooting on the 20 mil 1.8 in stabilized IBIS. So let me know what you guys think. Second best player of all time, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Go ahead, debate me on it. LeBron James is not 2. Kareem has won in college. Kareem has won in the NBA. He's been MVP. He's the all-time leading scorer. Even LeBron fans will concede. All right, Kareem's legit. Kareem's number 2. He's got to be number 3, right? All right, so right now I'm on 20 mil 1.8 with active save or with Catalyst Browse, essentially, depending on the camera you have. And my number 3 top player of all time is Tim Duncan. And you're gonna tell me, like, first, I actually would rather have Kobe. I really would. But I think Tim Duncan did so many different systems. Defensive Player of the Year, 5 NBA championships. He's just unbelievable. I don't think anybody is gonna argue the best power forward ever is an incredible champion. So if you think he's higher than Tim Duncan, maybe when he gets to 5 championships. All right, we're back on the 16 mil GM. The 20 mil definitely feels more like a 19. So even though this is wider, man, with Catalyst Browse is what I'm gonna be doing now, really operates smoothly. I would still kind of prefer the 20 mil, it's a little bit lighter than this, but I don't know, it's a really nice lens just to have on you at all times. Number 4, it's gotta be LeBron, right? Nah, man. The greatest Laker of all time, Magic Johnson. Best point guard of all time. Maybe you can debate that, but you have in your top 4, the greatest center, greatest point guard, greatest shooting guard, and the greatest power forward. All right, who's number 5? All right, my top 5 player of all time. With last year's championship, this changed from last year to this year. And just to give you guys a heads up, I'm at 16 mil with IBIS on. Up to you to let me know if wide angle and IBIS is fine, or if going Catalyst Browse makes a big difference. And I've done the 20 mil and the 16 mil, so you let me know which one you think is better. My top favorite player of all time is gonna be Kobe. Now, maybe it should be LeBron, and you guys can argue me on that, just because you put him at small forward, and that top 5 is essentially the best 5 players ever, all different positions. You can argue dominance and what have you, but until LeBron wins his 5th, I'm still putting Kobe there. Kobe mentality, the way he changed the game, the mentality of how players train and think, how he's influenced the game. And being a Kobe fan, Maybe I should put LeBron 5. Maybe that kind of ruins this hot take that he's not in my top 5. But I'm gonna say Kobe's top 5. You guys can fight me on that. And LeBron is still not top 5. If he wins a 5th, we'll talk about if he leapfrogs and goes to number 4, 3, or 2. But until then, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video, this Tech Gears. I'm gonna break this video down. We'll head back to the studio. All right, guys, so I was gonna do this back in the studio, but then I realized I didn't do this comparison with an actual stabilized lens. So right now I'm using one of the best full frame stabilized lenses there is for Sony, and that's the 24 to 105. This actually has really good overall image stabilization. Let's see how it compares to Catalyst Browse, which I've done in a couple other segments on this video. Looking at all the footage, using Catalyst Browse is easily the best footage you can get. Pardon the cicadas up there, you can definitely hear it. But active stabilization, whether it's on the new EV10 or on the Sony a7S III, is not the same as Catalyst Browse. It's close, but using Catalyst Browse, having the ability to, I think, adds a huge dimension on something like the EV10 or on the A7C versus like getting an A7 III. So not having to do any of that, having the camera do it. So hopefully this looks okay. That means there's nothing in post and actually works way better. So if I'm recording longer segments and I know I'm gonna just be able to put this up, not have to do any edits, I prefer using like this lens where it's already stabilized and looks pretty good. But if I know I'm doing shorter segments, 1 to 5 minutes cuts, I don't mind waiting. Guys, keep in mind, Catalyst Browse is actually probably a 3 to 1. So 1 minute of the video is taking about 3 minutes. If you have a 5-minute video, it's taking about 15 minutes. So I can't actually tell you that it's better the faster the computer, because Catalyst Browse just takes a lot of processing power. So hopefully with the M1X Max coming out, or if Sony does update that, we'll have some more improvements. But as far as using stabilization, I think the EV10 having that active stab does way better than just IBIS. And I think being able to use Catalyst Browse is the best of all of them. So as far as the top 5 take, guys, put down below what you think is the top 5, and let me know what you guys think of all these videos combined, whether we're looking at the 16 stabilized, non-stabilized, and then the 20 mil, and then now at a 24 mil. So this is actually the tightest shot, and I still feel pretty comfortable with it, only because usually I'm shooting at 20 and 16, and then it crops in automatically with Catalyst Browse. So 24 is not too bad. Love to hear your thoughts, and hopefully this helped you guys out. This is Tech Gears. My name is Levi, and I really appreciate you guys. Talk to you later.